Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here with Jeff Grant, SBR contributor. Today, he's going to provide us with his look at the game between the Utah Utes and the Arizona Wildcats. How you doing, Jeff?
Couldn't be doing better, Dax. And both these teams, of course, played last night. Utah coming up with an impressive road victory. From beginning to end, they dominated that game at Arizona State, a very focused effort. While you look at Arizona, they played a Colorado team without two of its top three players did not play for Colorado in that game. So Arizona got a little lucky there, but they ended up winning by double digits in that game. But of course, both these teams are kind of looking ahead to this high-profile matchup.
All right, man. Should we start getting used to seeing the Utes play like this? I mean, they're entering into this matchup, this high-profile matchup, as the hottest team in the Pac-12 Conference right now. So in your opinion, man, I mean, which player needs to actually rise to the occasion in hopes of knocking off the tough Wildcats this Saturday?
Yeah, the Utes are driven by the play of senior point guard DeLon Wright, and the reason why they really controlled their game last night against the Sun Devils was because of the fact that they have a senior point guard that's been there, done that. He's been a starter for years on end. They're in Salt Lake City. He scored 21 points last night. And a 7-game win streak, it's been an impressive one. The only loss, or their last loss, happened on a neutral court against the Kansas Jayhawks. They lost that game by a 3-point margin. But what's important to look at that game is the fact that they may have won that game if they weren't coming off a rivalry victory against BYU on the road before that. So that was a tough spot for Utah. So this team is only getting better as the season goes on.
All right, but indeed it will be a hard-fought challenge for the Utes. I mean, they're going to Arizona, and they've won 31 games at the McHale Center so far. But considering that Utah is on quite a hot streak, man, I mean, do you think that the Wildcats will simply outlast the Utes in front of their home crowd and make it 32?
That's what the Wildcats do. And winning those 31 consecutive home games, 14 against Pac-12 opponents, they simply wear you down because they bring the intensity on the defensive side of the court, especially when they play in the city of Tucson. What's very interesting in this game is that there's a lot of dynamics that basically match up with each other. Both teams rank in the top 10 defensively in terms of efficiency, while both are also in the top 10 in terms of getting to the free throw line. When you look at last year, yes, you have some new players, more so on Arizona's side than Utah, but it's interesting to look at the box scores for last year's regular season meetings because Arizona absolutely trounced Utah in the Pac-12 title game. But when I look at the regular season games, those are basically the same type of motivation coming into those. Utah got to the line 38 times, while Arizona got to the line 42 times. So there's just not much difference. But I think the main thing is Arizona's head coach, Sean Miller, I watched his press conference last night. He was already establishing the fact that his Wildcats should be considered underdogs in this matchup. You're talking about a team that's absolutely dominated the visitor in this contest coming in Saturday, and Miller's laying the foundation of being an underdog. I just don't think that's going to be the case, of course. And I think the key for the Wildcats, continue their strong three-point shooting on the road. Yes, they're going to be limited against Utah, but they've shot 38.9% against Colorado, 50% against Arizona State, and 35.3% against Gonzaga. If they can stay above that 35% mark, they should be fine in this matchup.
All right, man. So considering that we're filming this one early Friday morning for a Saturday game, are you going to make the Wildcats in this one underdog?
No. But I definitely agree that maybe on a neutral court, Utah may be favored at this point in time. But when you look at what Arizona's done over the course of the season, you have to make them favored. They've slipped up on the road. Of course, they lost at UNLV, a very tough place to play. That was before the Christmas break. Not sure if the team was entirely focused. They picked up a huge win against Oregon on the road. Then they really had not a very good defensive effort against Oregon State. I think Miller has his team ready to go. I've established Arizona as a 5-point home favorite. So if they come out a line of 4.5 or less, lay it with the Wildcats. 5.5 or more, grab the Utes.
All right, great stuff, man. Thanks for the info, Jeff, and we'll talk some more college hoops again next week, man.
Thank you.
No problem. For SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.